Wall. These are the walls of the old city of Jerusalem. It's actually inside the walls, and I've spent here the last few days. Came here on Friday, spent Shabbat here. This was after my journey to Georgia, the Georgian Republic, the birthplace of my mother. We took her there for her 90th birthday, and we came for Shabbat. We came here to Israel, my family, my siblings, and we're here. And I thought it would be really appropriate, the center of the world, the epicenter, ground zero, in many ways, as Jacob in the Bible says, that Israel, and especially Jerusalem, especially where I am standing right now, and I'm walking just to give you a sense of the land, is what he calls the gate to heaven. This is the gate to heaven, Shar HaShamayim. So here we are. Just check it out. It's really quite awesome. This late at night, I'm gonna give you a panorama of literally from the old city. The old city, that's the wall around Jerusalem. Just showing it to you, I'm standing right before the Jewish quarter. So we're now in the Jewish quarter, the car is flying here. These are the taxis going down to the Kotel, the Western Wall. I'll walk down a bit as well. As I said, it's 10 p.m. here. And this is the pictures. There's the Mount of Olives straight ahead. If you look all the way ahead, it's hard to see in the dark. And these are Arab villages as far as you go. I don't know, for some reason I get chills every time I talk about this part of the world. Because look, it's so powerful, the experiences. So just to share, first of all, things are going on here. Friday night we did have a missile that we saw actually brought down by the Iron Dome. Thank God. Love the Friday night meal. And we actually didn't end up going to the shelters because it was shot down. So there was one missile. And in general, the whole experience here is quite surreal. The paradoxes, on one hand, there's war, there's Iran, there's the different unrest and upheavals and uncertainties. But there's a real deep calm that I have to say, a very deep calm that you can experience and feel, because I guess they figured out the resilience necessary to live in such a war-torn zone, and hostages just a few miles away in Gaza, and with enemies around, but still there's a deep strength and a deep joy. I saw a bunch of soldiers earlier this evening walking, and there's just an inner bliss, an inner peace. And I just think having that type of paradox is really very healthy in a way. I'm not saying that it's healthy not to have people that hate you or want to kill you, but the fact that you're realistic about your life and you see things directly, you look at them, directly, you take the bull by the horn, so to speak. You're not in denial, you're not in escapism, and you're actually looking your enemy in the eye and still remaining calm and composed, and drive forward and forge ahead. There's such a love of life, such a love of light. It's hard to really describe. When you come here, you just feel it. People walk in the streets. I'm not naive. I understand there are conflicts, there are internal conflicts. There are families fight with each other, and the brothers and sisters disagree. There's a lot of pettiness and politics, but still, overriding all of that, there's this deeper sense, and I think it's like maybe that's why it's called the Promised Land. There's a certain sanctity to this country, and just standing here, and I'll give you another panorama, just because I want to show you what I'm seeing. It's like really, it's quite amazing. What can I tell you? Here we are, a little playground here somewhere down there, down below. Pretty quiet here, 10 o'clock, as I said, in the evening. And there you go, there you see the wall. I wish you could see it. I have to go down all the way to see the wall. If I'm going to do that right now. But I wanted to really just be here with you, give you a sense of what is going on. And to continue my commentary is, I personally believe, and I think it's pretty much evidenced by events that have happened, that we're on the verge of, well, not only on the verge, we're in the middle of a real historical breakthroughs. I think there will be peace in the near future with Iran and with all the Arab Muslim countries. And this is a new age entering, a new spiritual age, a new age, some call the Messianic age. And after thousands of years of conflict, I think there will be peace. There's work to be done. Children are being taught with hatred as we speak, but there's movement that is very encouraging. And